So, hey, been a while, huh? Three is such a great number, you know? Platoon 3, Splatfests last for 3 days. Frye lost by 3 points. I'm mad. Frye literally lost by 3 points. This is the second time where she had the most popular team and still lost because Splatfests are unbalanced. And that's what I want to talk about in this video. Splatfests have a balancing issue that I don't think is going to be fixed. Okay, so as we all know, there are many different categories for determining which team wins in a Splatfest. There are 5 in total, all right? We have the sneak peek, which is worth 7 points, popularity worth 8 points, pro and open matches during the actual Splatfest are 12 points, and then Tricolor is a whole 18 points. All right, I understand that yes, Tricolor is a new mode and they want people to play it, so they make it worth the most, which I have an issue with that, but it's not as bad as what Tricolor is itself, because Tricolor is very fun game mode. But whenever Splatfest comes around, I just don't play it anymore as much as I want to, because Tricolor is so prone to mirror matches, and that wouldn't be such an issue if they had just made mirror matches worth something. Alright, if you get a mirror match in Tricolor and you fight your own team, you get absolutely no points from it regardless of if you win or lose. So mirror matches are completely useless, which doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. I guess because you can't really score on yourself. Why would you get points for beating yourself? But there's two ways about this, alright? A lot of people think Splatfests are rigged, and I never believed that. But this Splatfest, I kinda, started to lean on that a little bit, because how did Shiver won? Because Tricolor is just so heavily weighted compared to everything else. All right, everything is relatively balanced. 7, 8, 12 points, okay, those are all right there. And then here comes Tricolor, a whole 6 points ahead of what's behind it. That's a huge jump. Maybe making it like 14 or 15 is a little more fair, but making it worth 18 points is just kind of confusing to me, because as you can see with this Splatfest, Frye won most of the categories, all right, and she was definitely on the way to win, and then here comes Shiver winning Tricolor, giving her a massive chunk of points, and she just barely won by 3 points. All right, Frye was winning that easily with no issue, and then here comes Tricolor. I feel like they could fix this in two ways. Either just reduce the weight of how much Tricolor matches are worth, which would help balance out Splatfest altogether, and it would just be more fun for everyone. Because although yes, we are supposed to just have fun with the Splatfest, it doesn't matter which teams win or lose, but it is kind of disheartening when you've been, playing so hard and fighting for this team to win, and based on halftime reports and everything else, you're like, oh yes, we got this, we're gonna win this, Frye's finally gonna win a Splatfest again, and then here comes Tricolor completely dominating everything. Happened last time with Splatoween. Frye was looking to win this one, and then out of nowhere, here comes Big Man with these 18 points worth of Tricolor. So, and I feel like just the nature of Tricolor being that much kind of just destroys the most popular team. So whichever team has the most votes, the highest popularity vote, is probably always going to lose because of Tricolor, because mirror matches don't cost anything, they're not worth any points, and if you're on the most popular team, you're more likely going to run into your own team more than the other two teams. So that's a huge majority of the popular team doing Tricolor matches that just don't count. So the other two teams, will be fighting your team or the other team far more than you would be. So Tricolor just kind of fucks over the most popular team. And like I was saying earlier, there's two ways to fix this. Either just decrease the amount of points that Tricolor is weighted, or make it to where mirror matches count. And now that I think about it, three ways. So decrease the amount of points that Tricolor is weighted, actually give mirror matches points regardless of winning or losing. There should just be some kind of points given for a mirror match, since you just did an entire match. Even though it's against your own team, you should at least get something as like compensation. Or this one is the most or least likely and might frustrate some people, but just make it to where mirror matches are impossible to get. All right, I don't think it's possible to get mirror matches in open or pro, so I don't know why you're able to get mirror matches in Tricolor. And just take out mirror matches for Tricolor. Yes, it'll make it take longer to find a match, but I think it's worth it, and the wait is worth it. It's better, the payoff, because even though it will take longer, you're guaranteed to at least fight one of the other teams, and just getting your hopes up, getting a mirror match, and like, oh well, that's it. Right, almost every single time I've played Tricolor, I always got a mirror match. So I just stopped playing Tricolor as much as I love it, because there's just no point. And yes, the whole point of Splatfest is to just have fun with your friends, or just have fun playing the Splatfest in this big event. But knowing that what you're doing doesn't matter, that's not really a whole lot of fun. You're just doing it for nothing. So it would be nice for them to tweak Splatfests, all right? I doubt just putting everything weighted the same, that's not really going to make a whole lot of sense. But at least bump down Tricolor so it's worth less. Give points during mirror matches, or just completely make mirror matches impossible to get. Just make it take longer to find a match with the other team. Like there's all these different ways you can balance out Splatfests, but Tricolor kind of just ruins the whole thing. I love Tricolor, it's a fun mode, but there's just so many issues with it, and why a lot of people are complaining about it, rightfully so. So I'm not going to get into the whole rigged Shiver thing. Japanese players have a bias towards Shiver. I'm not getting into all that. I'm just saying that Splatfests are unbalanced, and they could easily be fixed. If not fully, then like majority of it can be fixed just by fixing Tricolor. Just fix Tricolor and Splatfest will be so much better. Yeah, I just kind of had to rant about that for a little bit, because this is the second time Frye was looking like she would have won. The most popular team was Frye. She won almost every category, and then she gets robbed because of Tricolor mirror matches, and Tricolor worth 18 points more than anything, almost double. So, or more than double for popularity. If anything, popularity should be the one that's worth the most, because there's more people on that team than anything else, and more people are playing for that team. Popularity should be worth the most, not the second least. So I don't understand that. Maybe I'm just not seeing something, but I feel like the balances and like the weights of each category could be changed around to make it more fair and balanced. But hey, we can't really do anything about it. Maybe they'll fix it, maybe not. We're over a year into the game, and all they did was make Splatfest worse by making Tricolor its own mode. Now I did want Tricolor to be its own mode. I was begging for it to be its own mode instead of just a random chance, and then they did it, and I was happy. But after this Splatfest that just happened, I'm starting to look into it more and realize how unfair Tricolor actually is. So there's many ways they could fix it, but I doubt they will, but we just have to wait and see. Yeah, that's really about it. I'm gonna go make my paintbrush guide now. So see you next mission to play some goddamn Splatty.